What's good, Scorp? This is Scorpio Only Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Go ahead and hit the like, subscribe button if you're digging energy. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you want to leave a donation, I'm going to have a link in the description box below. I don't do any personal reads, so I'm going to put that out there. This is my full-time job, so if y'all care to help me out as an individual, it'd be greatly appreciated, okay? This is going to be stem back to my last video for cards of advice on what your person should do, okay? Figured I'd do a read like that, a different topic, all right? So if y'all feel like y'all need to take advice from this read, Scorp, feel free to do so. Okay, because roles could be reversed. All right, if you was the one in the situation, okay, it's like I said, I don't pass judgments over anybody. But if you feel like you need to take any form of advice, then feel free to do so. But this is going to be cards of advice for your person, what they should do over my last read. Okay, what should Scorpio's person do towards Scorpio for cards of advice? This is probably not gonna make sense for a lot of y'all out there, Scar, but y'all gonna get a hold to it. Y'all gonna get where I'm coming from. Cards of advice for Scorpio's person. And I'm gonna do cards of advice for you, Scar, after this, okay? Look, you got the Seven of Swords right here. They need to come out that energy. Cards of advice for Scorpio's person. Pertaining to my last read. I wanted to do the read a lot longer, but I'm going to go ahead and do another one. I'm going to add on. It's going to be video part 2. I'm going to add on to it. Cards of advice on what Scorpio's person should do. And right after I finish this, Scorp, I'm going to do it in the same video. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all cards of advice, okay, on what you should do about the situation. All right? Cards of advice for Scorpio's person. What they should do towards Scorpio. All right, Scorp, here we go. Two of coins at the bottom of the deck. They need to find their proper balance. This individual needs to find their proper balance and stop fucking juggling with people. And stop juggling with situations. They need to walk away from other options if they are dealing with somebody else, Scorp, or if they were drinking, they need to walk away from that. They need to have a healthier lifestyle. Okay, this could be a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay? This could also represent other people. Doesn't have to be, but they need to walk away from a situation that is no longer serving them and go towards the light. That's what's going to give this individual a victory. With the Six of Wands, this is what's going to give that individual a victory. When they walk away from these situations right here that's not serving them and go towards something that is fulfilling the moon. For instance, if you go towards a full moon, which this is going to sound kind of weird, but just think of how bright the full moon is, right? Even though it has a lot of intensity, it still brightens up at the nighttime, right? It brightens up things. It illuminates things. That's the moon right there. Y'all could be dealing with a Pisces. You can see the Pisces symbol right here. But at the same time, this individual needs to stop reaching behind them and going towards their old... Stop reaching behind and holding on to their old ways and let go. And move on to something different. Because this is this individual's problem, Scarp. They have a problem with stepping out their comfort zone. And I perfectly understand where they're coming from. But this individual that you're involved with, Scarp, this is video part 2, by the way, to the new people that's joining. This is cards of advice on what your person should do towards you. This individual has a problem with stepping out their comfort zone. And when it comes to a Scorpio, we will bring people out their comfort zone. And it makes people highly uncomfortable because they know that they have to grow the fuck up when they're involved with us. You know what I'm saying? They need to grow up and get a grip on themselves. As I say, especially if you're dealing with evolved Scorpio, we talk about a Phoenix stage Scorpio. You're dealing with one of us individuals, then there's going to be a lot of changes that needs to happen. Not meaning change themselves, because a personality is fine. But it's their traits, toxic traits and stuff like that. That's going to have to be left behind. You know what I'm saying? If you really want somebody in your life, you really love somebody, Okay, you really want somebody in your life. The person that is healthy, that has a healthy mentality and knows what they want out of life and goes after what they want, and they're a healthy individual, that individual don't need to evolve or change anything about themselves. But traits like this has to be overcame. It's time to leave this shit behind and walk towards something new. Which are representing, if you do have love for the Scorpio, it's time to leave these situations behind because they ain't gonna serve you for your highest good. And that's what's gonna give them a victory. With the Six of Wands. Because they're going to be moving in the right direction. This could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And the Ace of Cups. It's time to start something new and leave the past behind. Because the longer they keep trying to reach back towards the past like that, the longer they're going to drag it into the new connection, okay, Scorp? If you and this individual has an intense connection between the two of you, they're going to continuously drag those problems in the connection, and that's not y'all problem. I want y'all to understand that. That is not y'all problem. They need to leave that toxicity shit behind, okay? This is a serious message. They need to leave this toxicity. All these things right here, if it's drinking issues, they need to leave that behind if they want to have a healthy connection with you. Or if it's other people that they've been involved with or a third-party situation, they need to leave it behind. If they really have a genuine connection towards you and they really love you and they have a lot of love and care and feelings for you, they're going to have to leave that behind permanently and close that chapter out. Just like I said with that World card. And that's what's going to give them a victory. They're going to be happy. They're going to be fulfilled. They're going to be emotionally fulfilled. They're going to be happy because as long as they stay in their comfort zone, they're not really learning anything. They continuously will repeat the same pattern over and over and over and over and over. And it's just going to be a repetitive cycle over and over and over until they start something new and have something solid and stable with somebody that actually knows what they want. You know what I'm saying? And this individual has a lot to learn, Scorp. That's another thing I'm picking up on. This individual has a lot to learn. Maybe they don't know how to love. Maybe they don't know how to love properly. But it's never a crime to teach somebody how to love somebody properly at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you taught this individual what love really was. Because there's a possibility they never had that in their life. They never had somebody that really loved them like you do, Scorp. You know? It was always the surface level bullshit type of superficiality type of connections that they had that never fulfilled them, emotionally or spiritually. You need a spiritual connection and emotional connection in order to have something real, bro. You can't have superficiality or this egotistical energy brought into a Scorpio reality. It's not going to happen, especially with a Phoenix stage Scorpio. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Scorpio will instantly lose attraction. They will lose interest like that. Because we're not going to lower our standards and go back to this lifestyle. We're not going to do it. Because everybody goes through a cycle like that at once in their life. They go through a cycle like that. Just like I said, I don't pass any judgments over anybody. But at the same time, I'm here to help people overcome situations like this and to help with guidance. You know, this is not about telling people what to do. This is about a form of guidance. It's either you take it or you don't take it. I really don't care because it's not my reality. This is just my job at being a tarot reader and being a spiritual inspirationer in order to help people develop spiritual growth and mental growth. You know what I'm saying? And mental strength and confidence within themselves to become a better person, a better version of themselves. But at the same time, be yourself. You know, if you got insecurities, just like I said in one of my other videos, you got those, that's fine. But these energies right here need to be left behind. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, if you want to be connected with a Scorpio, you need to leave these energies right here behind and move forward and start something new. It's never, how can I say this? Why fear something new? Why fear change? Change is what's needed for a new beginning. The Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. This is what's going to help this individual come out this Three of Swords energy. Because if they continuously go along with these patterns and stay in their comfort zone, this is what's going to always happen. It's going to result in the conflict, heartbreak, and it's going to cause a lot of conflict. They need to leave these third parties behind. They need to stop entertaining other people. If they want to be with somebody real, they need to get out that lifestyle and be a better individual, be a better person spiritually, mentally, not so much physically, but spiritually and mentally. in order to handle situations like this, in order to be a suited individual for you, Scorp. Just like I said, everybody got their own free will, though, but this is cards of advice on what your person should do towards you to have a better connection. If they really want this card, because there is love in those cards that I pulled in the last spread, there is love there. But in order for that love to expand, you got to leave this shit behind. Because Scorpio is not going to tolerate that. They're not going to put up with it. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're not going to come back to you. They're not going to put up with it. They're going to continuously move forward until something is done about these energies being left behind. Scorpio knows their worth. And I'm speaking up for the Scorps that actually have this mature level about them. You know what I'm saying? This maturity level about them. You're emotionally mature. You know what you bring to the table. You're a grounded individual. You're a reliable, dependable individual. They need to leave this shit behind, man. Or else Scorpio ain't going to take you back. I'm telling you that right now. Scorpio is not going to take you back. Once they make up their mind, they walk away. It's it. It's over. Unless some serious changes are made and this individual is serious about you, Scorpio, then that's when the actions will have to be presented. You know what I'm saying? The actions are what matters. The energy is what matters. To have something solid with you. No, nobody else, none of these other toxic things that's going on in the background. They need to leave that behind. You know? The Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. That's the only way to overcome that mental entrapment. Is when they step out their comfort zone. That's exactly why they're caught up in their head, because they're so used to being in their comfort zone. So it's like they have this fear that if I was to go with something different, then how will it turn out? The only way to find out is when you go for it. And you actually get into something, you get yourself involved into something new. That's when you're going to realize how great of a connection you really have with somebody. That's what's going to make this individual happy, Scorp. This is right underneath the Eight of Cups. Look at that. Then you got the Nine of Cups. Leaving all those situations behind in order to walk towards their happiness and be fulfilled. This is what's going to make that individual happy, Scorp. Under the Six of Wands, you have the King of Coins. They have to bring stability to your life. They have to be a stable individual and bring stability to your life. In order to have a grounded, stable, committed connection, they have to bring that stability. Reliability and dependable, and be dependable. You have the Empress. The Empress here. Be more caring, be more nurturing. Be more considerate of your person's feelings. Be more considerate of your person's feelings and be more aware of how your person feels. This is pertaining to Scorpio's person. Be more considerate of how Scorpio really feels. But at the same time, take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself. And taking care of yourself is not downing alcohol every day of the week and stuff like that, or doing things that destroy yourself even more. That's not really taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is about nurturing. How can I explain this? It's about nurturing, becoming in tune with yourself, and becoming self-aware. That's all about taking care of yourself. And being a beautiful person on the inside. And forget how the outside looks. You know, focus on the inside. Because if somebody has a lot of ugliness on the inside, that could be overcame. That could be purged out. That could be overcame. This individual could evolve from that. You know what I'm saying? They can evolve from that and become a beautiful person. And Scorp, chances are you've seen this individual as a beautiful person on the inside. Y'all seen the light inside of them. Y'all seen the light. Y'all see who they could be. There's a reason why you love them like you do, is because you've seen the light inside of them. You've seen the things inside them that they can never see because they're blinded by the ego, bro. They're blinded by the ego. They think they got to be something that they're not in order to fit in with people out there or to please people. Man, fuck pleasing people. Be yourself. Be yourself. Because the ego is all about expectations. Oh, well, this is what people expect from me. If I was to be myself, then nobody would want to be around me. Bruh, if the people don't want to be around you because you're being your true, authentic self, that means not worrying about how you look on the outer appearance, not worrying about how you flow, what kind of energy you flowing in when it comes to being your true, authentic self, then those ain't your real people. That's your comfort zone. You need to step the hell out of it. You know what I'm saying? You need to make a move and step out of it and actually face your fears and conquer them. That's what's going to make you a beautiful person, when you face your fears and actually face them head on, step out your comfort zone and get shit done. That's what will gain your self-respect. Your self-respect bar will start going up like that. That's what will start making you even more beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Even more of a beautiful person. But it starts with on the inside. Brother, outside does not matter. This is a fucking avatar. You know what I'm saying? You could basically look at me as like the Hawk. You know what I'm saying? You could look at me as like the Hawk. When I get mad, I've been told I look like the Hawk. Like when I go on a raise, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not green like that. You know, my skin gets red. Well, I get kind of green too, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways, getting out of that, Scarp. But at the same time, beauty is always defined on the inside. It's how your spirit is. It's how your mentality is. It's how your mentality is shaped. And that's what defines the real level of beauty, never the outside. The Empress is beautiful on the inside. Okay? The Empress and the Emperor. All right? Just because this is an Empress, this could go for the masculines too. Y'all could be a good fellow on the inside. You know what I'm saying? But it's all to do with taking care of yourself. And just like I said, bro, nobody's perfect. Ain't nobody meant to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody meant to be perfect. But in order to have a healthy connection with somebody, okay, this goes for anybody out there that's watching for Scorpio, that you really love Scorpio, you really care about them, you want a stable connection with Scorpio, you really want to settle down with Scorpio, and you love them to this extent, then the toxic traits, all these third parties and stuff like that, etc., or all these other options and stuff like that that has interfered with this connection to break it up and to break it apart, that has to be left behind, okay? In order to have a new beginning. See what they have? They have the Ace of Cups and they have the Empress. That's the only way a new beginning will happen between you and Scarp. Especially if you're dealing with a highly evolved Scarp. We're talking about the Phoenix stage, okay? Because the Phoenix stage Scarps don't play one bit, bro. They know their standards. They have their standards raised at a high level. And just because they have those standards raised, they back their actions up with those standards because they can match the standards that they set. That's another fact. They said that they want somebody loyal. They're going to be loyal to that lover. They're not going to have somebody or be disloyal while speaking that, hey, I want this. It doesn't matter what Scorpio wants. What they say they want, they actually give in return. That's another fact. And it has to be given in return. Honesty has to be given in return. You know what I'm saying? That's all about loving each other, bro. That's all about real love right there. You know what I'm saying? Love don't make you weak, bro. Love makes you strong. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that 20, by the way, Brianne. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and pull another card on the Three of Swords. You got the Emperor. Look, I was just saying, you got the Emperor and the Empress. Look, I was just talking about the Emperor. You got the Emperor beside his Empress, bro. I'm telling you, look at this. The Emperor and the Empress. You have a couple here, bro. I just got through saying that. You got a couple here. This was made to be Scarp. This individual right here, this is only going to go for a small percentage of Scarps, okay? But you have a couple here, Scarp. Why would the Emperor come right beside the Empress? It's because this is made to be. This right here is meant to be. That's what I mean. This is a connection that's meant to be. Y'all are meant to be together. But somebody's going to have to leave this bullshit behind. Okay, if you really love Scorpio, get in your power. Leave these other things behind. It's time to walk away. That's what's going to bring you out of this mental conflict at Three of Swords. And you're going to have a happy life with Scarp. You're going to have a happy life. All it's going to do is make things more complicated when you continuously reach behind you and go towards things that no longer serve you for your highest good. There's a reason why God put a Scorpio in your life. That if you have a very intense connection with a Scorpio that really cares about you, that really loves you, there's a reason why God put that individual in your life. It's to guide you away from things like this, to show you what the real deal is, to show you what real love is all about. Even the family members that you probably had out there that never really cared about you, Scorpio will care for you more and love you more than what people that you thought was close to you could ever come close to doing. That's another fact. But there's going to have to be stability in this connection. There's going to have to be stability. You're going to have to bring stability to Scorpio's life. Okay? But it's more about that dependable and reliability. Okay? You say you're going to do something, you stand on your word, you do it. You be honest with Scorpio. You be honest with them. Because Scorpio is going to be honest with you. Because you and this individual is made to be together, Scorp. Look, you got the Emperor and the Empress side by side. You know what I'm saying? You got the Empress and the Emperor here. You could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. But you definitely have a couple here. This is meant to be between the both of y'all. This is a connection that's meant to be. Page of Cups. There's a lot of immaturity here. And just like I got through saying in the beginning of the video, this individual is going to have to grow up, Scorp. If they're going to be with you, they're going to have to grow up and leave their old ways behind. It's time to grow up. Because a Scorpio that's in the Phoenix stage is not going to deal with a page, bro. I'm telling you that right now. They're not going to deal with a page. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to be in the Empress or the Emperor energy. If you're messing with the Phoenix stage, Scorp, you're going to have to be in the Empress or the Emperor energy. In order for that to happen, in order for it to be a successful connection. Or otherwise, Scorpio is not going to want anything to do with you. I'm just going to be real with you, bro. Once Scorpio goes silent, you'll never hear from them again. I'm telling you, Scorpio is not going to come looking for you. They're not going to return. You're going to have to put in your work, put in your part as a show, hey, this is what I'm bringing to the table. I'm sorry, and genuinely apologize. And actually say, look, I would love to have this with you. I would love to build this connection, because Scorpio shouldn't have to go to you. If they put in their all and did everything in the connection, they are not going to go back to you. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're not going to move. They're not going to go back to something that has really hurt them. They're not going to do it because they know what they brought to y'all reality. But at the same time, when it comes to that equal give and take type of connection, when it comes to bringing something stable, show those actions. And be about your word, be about the actions, be about the energy, and you will have a stable connection. But you must leave the past behind. There's a reason why God put that individual in your life. It's to leave all this behind. And Scorpio is indeed a fixed sign. I'm telling you, Scorpio is not going to budge. I'm telling you, Scorpio is not going to move. When they make up their mind and they go solid on you, it's over. It's over. They're not going to return. There's no form of manipulation. None of that is going to work. All that energy is going to have to be left behind, bro. I'm telling you. Because it's not going to work. And if you could show Scorpio, how can I say this? If you could show Scorpio that you're about your actions and your energy, then there you go. But you're going to have to be about your word. You know what I'm saying, with the Emperor and the Empress. You're going to have to be about your word and bring that stability. Because I could tell in my last read that I just did that there's a lot of love there on that individual's part. But they're still in this energy right here is because of what they've been doing, Scorp, behind your back. They know they screwed up. But that shows right there that they have feelings for you. If they're in a Three of Swords energy, they're in a Five of Cups energy, it means they have feelings for you. They feeling bad for something. It's because they realize that they love you. More so they realize that you love them, Scorp. This is definitely a couple right here with the Emperor and the Empress. This is definitely a couple. Y'all meant to be together. This is only going to go for a few Scorps out there, okay? This is not going to go for everybody, all right? For some people that say, oh, the hell with my ex, this is not your story, bro. This is not your story. This is for Scorpios that actually have somebody that they have a genuine connection with the Lover's card and the Two of Cups. That is a strong, intense connection. Scorpio can't forget about this individual, and that individual can't forget about Scorpio. It's because they're meant to be together. But somebody's going to have to leave these toxic traits behind in order to have a connection like this. Okay, so I'm just going to put my point across out there and draw boundaries. If it's not your story, don't make it your story. Because they got Scorpios out there, a small, rare percentage that has a connection that is meant to be with the Empress and the Emperor. They both love each other. They may have had some difficult times. They may have had times where they couldn't stand each other, to where they hated each other, they blocked each other, or they just cut each other off. But at the same time, there's still love there between these two individuals when it comes to their energetic, how can I say this, energetically, you know? But that's what I have here, Scorp, with these two energies right here. There you go. So that's their advice on what they should do towards you, Scorp. Now I'm going to go ahead and give your advice, okay? This is the advice for that individual. They can either take it or leave it. I really don't care. This is not my situation, not my reality. But if y'all feel like it's helping, then there you go. Okay, cards of advice for Scorp on what they should do over this individual, over the situation. Cards of advice for Scorp. I just seen the Two of Cups. Look, I don't know if y'all seen that. I got the Judgment card right there, but I just seen the Two of Cups when I cut the deck. Cards of advice for Scorpio on what they should do over the situation. This is video part 2, by the way, Scorps. For the video I just made, it's video part 2. Hey, y'all gotta excuse that napkin that I had on my mustache right there. I didn't even notice it till the end of the video. You know what I'm saying? I ate pizza earlier, so I had a little napkin right there on my mustache. But anyways, cards of advice for Scorpio, or what Scorpio should do over this person that I just got finished reading on. Cards of advice for Scorpio. All right, Scorp, here we go. This is y'all advice, okay? Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Equal give and take. You must make it known that this individual has to give to you just as much you give to them, Scorp. Do not reach out. Do not put any form of effort into this connection ever again until they do their fucking part and put their equal give and take and show that they're about their actions. Okay? That's the key. That's the key to somebody respecting you and knowing that, hey, you need to make sure this individual is going to put in their equal give and take when it comes to this connection. Okay? With the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins. It's all about being stable. Okay? In order for the situation to be stable, somebody has to give an equal give and take in this connection. All right? Somebody's going to have to do their part. Scorp, if you was the one doing your part all the time, you was always the one reaching out, they're going to have to be the one to reach out to you. Do not move out your place either, because you need to teach this individual a lesson. As I say, I know my self-worth. I know my self-respect. And if you want something to do with me, you're going to have to show me some changes. You're going to have to show me that you evolve to that point to where, hey, this is going to be a stable connection. Okay? Because just like I said, Scorpio, it's not that we're stubborn. Like, we are a fixed sign. But at the same time, once Scorpio knows their worth, a Phoenix stage Scorpio knows their worth, they will not budge. They will not budge because it's disrespect to them. They're not going to do that. So they could be waiting for a lifetime. Scorpio ain't going to return. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to have to be an equal give and take in order for something stable to happen. Because just like I seen in those other cards, Scorpio, there is a connection there, but this individual needs to leave some type of toxicity behind in order to give to the situation like they're supposed to give to it with the equal give and take. Okay? Ten of Wands. Yeah, this is burdening you down, Scorpio. This is burdening you down. This is weighing you down because you feel like you're carrying everything on your back. But I can also interpret this as another way, as another form. This individual needs to feel how much you really went through and let them carry the weight of the world on their back And in order to feel what you went through when it came to this connection, in order for them to feel it in your shoes, as I say, hey, now it's your time to put in the equal give and take. While you sit back, as I say, what you going to do to fix this connection? Because I didn't break it. What you going to do to fix it? Because I have nothing to fix. That's what you have to put your mentality to and make it known and be serious about it. Or otherwise, Scorpio's not going to return. They're not going to come anywhere near you. You're going to have to make this individual feel this energy right here. As I say, look, now you know how I feel. Not meaning that you literally hurt this individual on purpose. It's not about hurting them. It's about making them feel the challenge of what you went through to love this individual like you did. By putting in your time and putting in your efforts to the connection in order to keep it off the ground. They are going to have to get it off the ground. Now, Scorp, take it however it resonates. If you was the one that was in that energy that just was sitting back like that, you need to give your part, okay? You need to put in your part. Even if it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to be real with you. Even if it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need to put in your time and efforts and put in the connection and feed the connection more, okay? And give an equal give and take. Because a connection can't go anywhere as when one person's giving. If your person was always the one giving and reaching out and doing this and doing that, even after you blocked them and they reached out to you, no, you're gonna have to do your part, Scarp. Okay? Even after you block them and they come back to, no, you're gonna have to do your part. Same thing goes for them. Okay? Just like I said, the roles can be reversed. But this is advice for you, Scarp. With the Ten of Wands, this is advice for you. You need to make this individual feel how hard it was to actually put in this connection like you did. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way it will be stable when you have an equal give and take. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. You're not going to tolerate that in and out energy. You're not going to tolerate that in and out energy. You need to put your foot down, Scarp. As I say, hey, I'm not going to tolerate this. This is all about that player energy. The Knight of Wands, they could just come in whenever they feel like it and leave whenever they feel like it. No, you cut that energy out. You need to make it be known, Scarp. I'm telling y'all, you need to make it be known with the Knight of Wands. That's all about that player energy. But don't necessarily have to stand for the player. This could just be that in and out. Okay? When things are going good, it's fine. But when things are getting burdening them down, that's when they want to leave. No, can't happen that way. A connection will only last when you both put in both y'all time and effort in order to overcome the situation. It's all about teamwork. It's all about teamwork. Conversating, opening up, communicating with each other. Communication is key too. That's another thing I'm gonna put out there. Communication is key. You need to communicate. Instead of just drop everything as I say, oh, well, I'm done with this. No, it don't work that way. That's emotional immaturity. So you have the World card here. It's time to start a new chapter, Scott. It's time to start a new chapter. And if this individual isn't planning on changing, Scott, if this individual ain't going to give you what you want, it's time to close that chapter out. You put your foot down. I'm telling you, put your foot down. Because you ain't got time to waste. You don't have time to waste. You're just going to be wasting your time. You put your foot down. They want something to do with you. They better bring their damn best or else they could kiss your ass goodbye. That's the way you have to put your mentality, Scarp. You put people in the scarcity mentality. Because why should you be in the scarcity mentality when you know what you're bringing to the table? You know your worth. You're confident in yourself. You love yourself. You don't have nothing to be scared for because you already know your worth. You know your self-value. You know what you're bringing to the table. So somebody that is aware of what they have, which more than likely this individual is becoming aware of what they have and the feelings that they have for you and the love that they have for you and how much you really love them. That's when they're going to start realizing that you put your foot down. Okay? Because when somebody is in that negative, low vibrational energy to where they're feeling sad, they're feeling regretful, it's because they're learning lessons at the same time. They're waking up, they're learning lessons. As I say, I don't have Scorpio around anymore. That's right. Because Scorpio ain't going to tolerate this, man. They're not going to put up with it. They're only going to put up with this, an equal give and take. Stability. But if this individual doesn't show you any changes, Scorpio, close that cycle out for good. You say goodbye. I'm telling y'all, bro, you put your foot down. Put your foot down. You don't play with people. You don't take any shit from anybody. Knight of Coins. It's all about that stability. But make sure you take things slow, Scorp. This is your advice. Make sure you take things slow. Because if you rush it, then it's just going to end up in all kind of, I don't want to say conflict, but it could just rush things a little bit too fast. But I would say take things very slowly. Okay? Take things slow. Take things slow. See how this individual is going to act towards you. See how this individual is going to be. You know what I'm saying? Because words are words. Actions are actions. But energy never lies. Give it time. Give it time. See if they're willing to prove something to you as I say, look, I am going to bring this to your reality, Scorp. I am going to give into the situation. I am going to be committed to you and loyal to you. Because I really love you. I really have these feelings for you. But just like I said, Scorp, it's going to have to take this individual a lot of growing up to do when it comes to a connection like that, because this is the marriage type of material right here with the Emperor and the Empress. So you and this individual could end up married in the future. Okay? But they're going to have to learn how to grow up now in order to have that marriage in the near future or the further future, if that makes any sense. Okay? And there is a possibility that y'all could have children together. There is a possibility for that to happen with the Emperor and the Empress. The Empress is all about giving birth. And the Emperor is all about that father figure. You got the mother and the father figure. There's a possibility for y'all to have children. Okay? But I would say take things slow. See how things pan out. The Death card. The Death card. Transformation. That's y'all energy right there. Scorpio could be dealing with another Scorpio. Okay? But you definitely have the Death card here. It's time to put an end to all this. All this right here, it's got to come to an end. All this toxic shit this individual is bringing to your life, Scorp, it has to come to an end. There has to be a rebirth. New beginnings. New beginnings. I do see this connection getting off the ground. But there's going to have to be somebody to leave the past behind. The Sun card. Look, as soon as this is released, that's when that happiness is going to take place. This is in the heart of the spread. You both are happy with each other. You are happy with this individual. And you are this individual's sunshine, Scorp. You are this individual's light. But at the same time, don't mean that they have to do all kind of things to try to dim your shine at the same time. Know when to turn that sunshine around to complete darkness. Okay? Know when to pull your time and energy away. As I say, look, you ain't gonna always have me around. I'll leave in a snap of a finger. I don't need anybody. That's what makes you dangerous, Scorp. And most people will become intimidated by that, but it's about knowing your self-worth and not putting up with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You have the Nine of Wands. Underneath this Knight of Wands energy. Yeah, you're tired of dealing with that in and out energy. You're tired of dealing with it. But at the same time, Scorpio, you have your boundaries up. Look, you have your boundaries up. It's good to set strict boundaries. As I say, I'm not going to put up with this in and out energy. I'm not going to deal with no player. I'm not going to deal with somebody that's very in and out of my life. It's either you in or you out all the way. I'm not going to take it. You put those boundaries up, Scorp. And look, I'm telling y'all, bro, this is just advice that I'm giving. Okay, you can either take it or leave it. But if you continuously let somebody be in this energy right here, they're going to run all over you. Until you pull your energy completely away and you detach, energetically detach and shut them out and hit them with your silence, that's when they're going to start realizing that Scorpio ain't coming back. That's when you need to put those boundaries up right there. That's all about setting boundaries. That's when you show them, because as long as you're communicating with this individual, they're going to continuously be in this energy right here until you give them the other side of you, which is the dark side, and to shut them out. As I say, hey, where I'm at now, nowhere's around. That's boundaries. You let them put in the work. They really want you to let them put in the work. You continuously live your life because it's obvious you did all of it. And the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands at the end of the spread, Scorp. If this individual doesn't keep other people out, Scorp, or whatever this is right here with the Seven of Wands, if this individual doesn't plan on keeping all this baggage out, close the cycle. Close the cycle with the World card. It's time to close that cycle. And you don't let this individual back in until they prove themselves to the full extent that they're ready for this. Because just like I said, Scorpio, if you know that you're bringing this energy to a connection, you don't have shit to prove. You don't have to reach out to anybody. You don't have to go to anybody because you know what you're about. You stay in your power. You stay in your power. Simple as that. That's how people will respect you. Because they ain't got no choice but to act right when they come around you again. Or otherwise, they know that you ain't going to put up with it. Simple as that. But y'all do have the possibility and the chance of having a new beginning together, Scorp. Y'all do have that. But anyways, this was y'all read, Scorp. This was your person's advice, and this is your advice on what to do. Okay? Continuously be generous with your time. Be stable. Stop carrying all these burdens and feeling like you got to put in all the work and effort when you was the one that was doing it the whole time. Okay? Because that's not right. That's not right. This individual's just going to be in this energy right there and just leave whenever they want. Nah, you don't put up with that at all, bro. You set strict boundaries up right here. You put up boundaries. You don't let this individual back in until you know damn well that they're ready to give the same thing in return. Because there is love there on their end. Okay, they do feel strong feelings for you. They do have emotions there for you. They're realizing the love that they have for you. But they must prove themselves. Because I can see right now you don't trust it. You don't trust this shit at all. And I see you have every reason to not trust it because you had the Seven of Swords and you had the Ten of Wands. And y'all last read. You know what I'm saying? So you have every reason to not trust them. You know, especially if they was given to other situations or sneaking around being deceptive. No, you shouldn't trust somebody like that. But that's what I pulled for the cards of advice for them to leave those situations behind. It's time for a change. And a change is to be a better individual. You know, to have a spirit, to have a better spirit, to correct their spiritual side and to become spiritually healthy. You know. Bro, just like, man, all of us Scorps, brother, reach the Phoenix stage of Scorpio. Bro, Scorps come from a toxic-ass background. In order to reach that Phoenix stage, bro, Scorpio had to go through the worst. But you know what? If we can make the changes to become a better person, so can anybody else. That's a hell of a challenge, bro. I'm telling you, that's a hell of a challenge. If a Scorpio can make changes, which we are fixed on, we don't like changes. But if a Scorpio can make a change, okay, if a Scorpio can make a transition, then so can anybody else. If you really want to better your life and be a better person and be a better individual for your reality, anybody has the capability of doing so. It's all about the willpower. Stepping out your comfort zone as I say, hey, I accept the change. Because sometimes change is needed for a better life and a better reality. Because if you continuously repeat the same cycles over and over and over, you're not learning anything. You only learn when you give yourself the ability to change. Point blank, period. Anyways, this was my video, Scorp. Yeah, go ahead and like and subscribe if you're digging the energy. If you want to leave a donation, I'm going to have a link in the description box below. But that was y'all read, Scorp. This is to help y'all individual out, okay, y'all person out for cards of advice and to help you out for cards of advice, okay? It goes for both sides. But anyways, y'all take it easy, Scorp. Much love to y'all. Thank y'all very much for the donations and support, the love and support. I greatly appreciate that, y'all. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. But till next time, Scorp, I'll see y'all later. Peace out. Much love. Stay in y'all power.